I'm Julia Ain-Krupa, and this is the Impatient Moviegoer. Today I want to talk to you about the Polish film EO, directed by Skolimowski and co-written with Ewa Piaskowska. EO is a Polish film about a donkey who starts his life in a circus troupe and is brutally thrust out of that world and becomes victim to life circumstances. EO is cinema as I believe it should be, and as a reminder of a kind of purity of existence that is worth believing in. Discarding expectation and formula, it is proof that a film made from the soul has the power to move an audience as much, if not more, than any movie that follows all the rules. My secret hope is that the success of films like this will encourage more filmmakers and producers to be brave and discard formula. And I believe if that happens, we'll have a lot of exciting surprises in store for us. EO is pure vision. Through a landscape of encounters with folks and creatures of all kinds, in a world that is undeniably cruel and at moments exquisitely breathtaking, this donkey, EO, is the soul by which we, the audience, are lifted into the majesty of existence. He is the guide that leads us through the underworld of being. There are certain moments while watching this film where I actually found myself holding my breath, feeling a kind of excitement as if I were on a carousel ride in an amusement park, which I personally would never want to do. But there's one shot in particular, which I do not wish to give away, that literally made my heart skip a beat in its sheer beauty and levity, calling to mind a similar shot from several years ago from the Paul Schrader film, First Reformed. And both shots address the destruction of our planet and the reflection of that decay in our collective being. This shot gave me the feeling that I was actually flying and more like a dream realized than a movie-going experience. In that moment, I became convinced that EO is a masterpiece. I was blown away. The presence of all-consuming red, a blazing vermilion, is a recurring motif in the film, drawing us into the image with a saturation of flashing color from the very start. It is as if Skolimowski has drawn from the primary colors of 60s Godard and the early hand-painted reels of silent cinema. And it's as if he's carried them into the modern computerized age, one in which the world is on fire and where the majority of humanity has completely lost its way. There's a blinking, strobing sensation that is in this pulse, this blood that flows through all of us and even through the land. And in that beat, stillness exists. EO would not be what it is if not for the sweeping score written by award-winning composer Paweł Mikietin, and his music succeeds in lifting up the story so that it is floating and we are floating, somehow managing to evoke existence on a large scale, life with all of its searching and pleasure and disappointment and humiliation, all seen through the eyes of a donkey. And it's not derivative of Oazar Balthazar, as many people assume. It's truly an exploration all its own, with reverence to what came before. In a dance that unites the movement of animals and nature and light, captured by the camera work of Michał Dymek, the seamless sense of constant movement takes us floating, uniting the image with sound. EO is everything that a film should be and what I believe it rarely accomplishes. It is the kind of film that has the power to change how we see and experience the everyday. And isn't that what art should do, what we want it to do? And what, so rarely we find a new piece of art that does that for us. It's a vivid reminder that the beauty of life is a balm to the soul. And in fact, I would go so far as to call it revelatory or transcendent. As Andrei Tarkovsky once said, the artist exists because the world is not perfect. And I do not disagree. And yet EO gives me the feeling that with all of our horrible flaws and corruption, our despicable hatred and cruelty, there is something so absolutely perfect about the world we inhabit, that as much as life will break your heart, it will also make you soar. And EO is the kind of film that makes, at least for me, made me want to go out and live more and keep my eyes open and see the beauty in all of the colors of life. So EO is nominated for Best Foreign Film at the Academy Awards, so let's cross our fingers for it. I hope you all will see it. I would like to put in a note that perhaps it is not the film for people who are especially sensitive to seeing violence committed against animals, because it can be quite painful in that way. And this is the Impatient Moviegoer. I'm Julia Ain-Krupa. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, until the next film, keep watching movies, keep seeing the beauty in life, and have a beautiful day. Take care.